Dear student, welcome to EPG Pathshala. Myself Kannan, working as a scientist at Information and Library Network Center, Gandhinagar. Today I am going to talk about the module called Digital Library Project in UK. The module comes under the paper Digital Library. In this module, I am going to talk about digital library development in UK, also elaborate about various funding agencies and their role to develop digital library system in UK, major digital library projects and their achievement and etc. Massive amount of research have been done on digital library for the past 2 decades all over the world. Recent research focused on the content usage, content format and access management and realized the impact of digital library on the society. Digital Library Project initiated in USA through Digital Library Initiative 1 during 1990, which led to other countries to focus on development of digital library. In UK, major players on digital library initiatives are Joint Information System Committee, the Higher Education Funding Council for England, Scottish Higher Education Funding Council, Higher Education Funding Council for Wales, and Department of Education for Northern Ireland. The main umbrella in digital library research and development was electronic library programs, that is also called ELIP. Let us see some of the early digital library projects in UK. Electronic Library Information Online Retrieval, also called ELINOR. It's a project carried out based on the existing digital library research project at USA such as CORE, Mercury and other research in internet such as www, VAS and COFER. The ELINOR project started in the year 1993 with the funding support of De Montfort University, the British Library and IBM UK. The main aim of this project was archiving course material such as books, journals, multimedia learning objects and delivered to the undergraduate students via personal computer and workstations. Near about 35,000 pages of teaching and learning material digitized as a pilot project. The major focus of this project was user studies, copyright management, access control and usage statistics. The Joint Information System Committee is a committee and one of the major funding agency and promote research, technology development activities in higher education sector in UK. It was established in the year 1993, funded by all the UK post-16 and higher education funding councils. The major objectives of GIST is to help facilitate higher education institutions to use information and communication technology through funding and advisory services. The GIST works with other organizations in related area such as creation of learning material, development of international standards, provision of access to content outside further and higher education and training, and staff development. More than 70 organizations from educational and other sector participated in the digitization initiative through 2 phases from 1994 to 2009, including the British Film Institute, the National Archive, the BBC, ITN and etc. Along with more than 30 universities participated in these initiatives. The GIST spent near about $37 million for digital library activities during 1994 to 2009 and provide continuous support for various initiatives. United Kingdom Office for Library and Information Networking, UKLN, was a project under the Centre for Catalogue Research. It comes under British Library. Initiated in the year 1997, UKLN became an independent digital project in the year 1989 at University of Bath. 2 key activities of UKLN are policy and advice, research and development. The UCOL had two working groups. One is Information Research Group, that is also called IRG, major contribution to Digital Curation Center, and another one is Innovation Support Center. That was another group. It is funded by JISC. It is a funded services that delivers technological development, community support and technical advice to higher education and further education. The major focus area was metadata interoperability, building innovative system and services based on web-based technologies. Since July 2013, UCOL merged with Path University due to the withdrawal of funding support from JISC. Electronic Libraries Program, that is also called ELIP. The Electronic Libraries Program was an initiative of Joint Information System Committee, that is also called JISC, established to implement the IT recommendation from the Follett report. The ELIP program consisted of three phases, phase 1, 2 and 3. Together spent near about $19 million over a period of 7 years from 1994 to 2001. More than 30 academic institutions participated in this project. The major focus areas of ELIP, ELIP 1, 2 and 3 were electronic document delivery, electronic storage of books and journals, on-demand publishing and electronic books, awareness and training program, navigational tools, preprints, quality assurance, hybrid libraries, large-scale resources discovery, digital preservation, turning early project into services and etc. Now let us see some of the major digital library projects in UK. First, let us see about the Resource Discovery Network, also called the RDN, was launched in the year 1999 and built upon the basis of resources created through electronic library program and specifically the access to networked resources. The objective of the project is to provide effective access to high quality internet resources for the learning, teaching and research. The project funded by Joint Information System Committee, the Art and Humanities Research Board, the Economic and Social Research Council, and more than 70 educational institutions participated in this project. The electronic resource shared through Resource Discovery Network and RDN Hub were established for specific subject group around Britons. Biome, that is a group related with medicine and life science related materials. It is hosted at University of Nottingham. Humble, it is related with all the material, it is a hub, all the material having related with humanities. EMC, that is also called Engineering, Mathematics and Computer, it was led by Harriet Watt University. PSI Gate, it is having information related to physical sciences, then social sciences and business and law related resources hosted in this hub. The hub managed by University of Bristol. Induit. Resource Discovery Network has some limitation on cross-sourcing across institutional repository. Induit launched in 2006 with the support of consortium of 7 universities in UK, including University of Birmingham, University of Bristol, Harriet Watt University, Manchester Metropolitan University, University of Nottingham, University of Oxford, launched and hosted at NIMAS, which is a part of University of Manchester. The data collected from the 8 hubs of RDN service were integrated into one. It was free online service that helped the faculty, researcher and students to discover quality internet resources for their research and learning. Induit actively collaborated with other projects such as Higher Education Academic Resource, Catalog Integration, Inform at University of Huddersfield, ePrint UK, eBank UK and Internet Detective to enhance its services. Since July 2011, Induit closed all services due to the withdrawal of funding support from JISC. JISC, i.e. Metadata System Registry. The JISC Information Environment Metadata Schema Registry is a project took place during 2004 to 2009 and was funded by JISC through its shared service program. The objective of this project was to develop metadata schema for various electronic resources developed under JISC, Dublin Core Metadata Element Set and IEEE Learning Object Metadata Standard, where the key standard were adopted by JISC Information Environment Metadata Schema Registry, the Centre for Educational Technology Interoperability Standard and the British Educational Communication and Technology Agency were major contributor to this project as a technical supporter. eBank UK. eBank UK was a part of Semantic Grid program and Autonomic Computing program developed during 2003 to 2007 in 3 phases. The aim of this project was to provide an institutional repository to create, manage and disseminate metadata associated with crystallographic data. The project collaboratively executed by United Kingdom Office for Library and Information Networking and University of Bath, University of Southampton and the Physical Sciences Information Gateway at University of Manchester. The eBank UK harvests metadata from the different repositories through Open Archives Initiative Protocol for Metadata Harvesting and disseminate the experimental research data, particularly crystallographic experiments. The focus on access to institutional resources, that is also called FAIR. Through Digital Library Initiative, further education and higher education institution in UK created huge amount of electronic resources such as journal articles, research report, images, sound recording and PhD thesis and dissertation. The focus on access to institutional resources program was launched in the year 2002 to examine the technical issues to disseminate the electronic resources to the academic community in UK and to maximize the usage of digital resources. Various projects funded under FAIR program to provide open source, low-cost solution to share the wide variety of electronic resources collected from various higher education institutions in UK. The FAIR project was grouped into 3 major clusters such as ePrint, eThesis cluster and Museum and Image cluster as a portal cluster. The ePrint UK was a national service launched as a part of our project in the year 2002. The principal objective of this project was to develop demonstrator of a national service through which UK higher and further education communities would access the collective output of ePrints from UK repositories. The ePrint UK project worked closely with other projects in the area, including HiREST for single point of access to the metadata repository, Curl's SERPA project, which aimed to support the development of number of institutional ePrint archives in the UK, and Romeo, which explored intellectual property issues surrounding institutional ePrint archives. British Library Digital Library Program. The British Library is the world's largest library in collection and National Library of UK, having more than 150 million items in the collection, which started from 14th century English book to 21st century electronic resources. The Digital Library program aimed to digitize fragile, rare collections and provide access through electronic delivery to enhance the usage of library resources. Some of the important digital collections are 19th century newspaper, early English book, the 19th century book collections, medieval manuscript, sound recording, thesis, etc. Many national and international agencies such as JISC, Arts and Humanities Research Council, Cengage Learning, Bright Solid, Microsoft, Google, the BBC have been providing support in financially as well as technically for the digitization activities. One of the major project of British Library Digital Project is archival sound recording. The archival sound recording phase 1, that is also called ASR1, project started in the year 2004. The objective of this project was to digitize selected rare used and fragile sound recording and provide access to the academic community and the common public in UK. From 2004 to 2006, more than 12,000 audio recording of about 3,900 hours digitized and providing access to the academic and research community. After the grand success of ASR1, JISC extended the funding for the project Archival Sound Recording Phase 2, that is also called ASR2, from 2007 to 2009, and more than 24,000 sound recordings digitized and clear copyright for purpose of teaching, learning and research activities in UK. One of the significant output of this project was METS, Schema, an international standard for audiophiles. The project ASR1 and ASR2 were merged, rechristenized as a British Library Sounds, and at present provide license access of more than 50,000 selected recording to the further education and higher education in UK for academic purposes. The 19th century British newspaper. The 19th century British newspaper project executed during 2004 to 2006 as a first phase by the public library and private partnership between British Library and lending content aggregator Cengage Learning, financially supported by JISC. The objective of this project was to digitize 3 million pages of out of copyright UK printed material published in England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland during 19th century, and to provide web-based access of historic newspaper content to the further and higher education community. In the first phase, about 48 titles were selected by the Educational Editorial Board of containing 2 million pages to provide in-depth view of social, political and scientific development during 19th century. In the second phase, from 2007 to 2009, about 22 titles were selected, consisting of around 1 million pages. The archives provided free of access to higher education community in UK through JISC license agreement till 31st/7/2013. At present, these resources are available for subscription through Cengage Learning platform. Ethos. Ethos is another major project. The Ethos, the full form is Electronic Thesis Online Services. Started in the year 2005, was another innovative project at British Library. Doctoral thesis represent a special category of research resources and underused resources by the research community due to the lack of awareness. The aim and objective of this project is to digitize the PhD thesis produced from the higher education institution in UK and provide electronic access to the academic community for teaching and research. The British Library partnered with other higher education institutes such as Consortia of University Research Library, also called CURL, Cranfield University, University of Warwick, University of Glasgow, University of Edinburgh, Robert Gordon University and University of Birmingham to promote the access of doctoral thesis. Out of approximately 350,000 theses awarded by 120 higher education institutions in UK since 1800, around 120,000 theses have been digitized and made available to the higher education community through Ethos services. British Official Publication Collaborative Reader Information Service. The British official publication from 19th to 20th century provide valuable primary source about the culture and development of British Empire, which include text, image, handwritten notes, maps, bills, statistical report on the extensive topics such as social science, humanities, history of health science, technology development, history and political issues. The British Official Publication Collaborative Information Service was a digitized project aimed to digitize 18th, 19th and 20th century parliamentary paper of UK and provide access of underutilized resource of parliamentary publication to the world academic community. The University of Southampton initiated this digitization activity by digitize Ford collection of British official publication in 1995. More than 15 libraries participated as a content developer, and Institute of Learning and Research Technologies, University of Bristol provided technological support. The British Library provided advice to develop bibliographic database and index. The GISC and the Queen's University provided financial support to execute the project. More than 1 million publications were digitized and integrated with University of Southampton. Library OPAC to provide wider access. Medical journals backfiles. The medical journal backfile was a digitization project collaboratively developed between the Wellcome Trust, the GISC, and the US National Library of Medicine during 2004 to 2007. The objective of this project was to digitize historically important medical journal backfiles and provide online access to the academic community and common public through PubMed Central. Some of the important journals were the Royal Society of Medicine, the Biochemical Journal, Journal of Anatomy, Medical History, and etc. The participated publishers had agreed to supply the current version of the journal article to PubMed for archiving and made accessible after prescribed embargo period through open access movement. About 1 million articles totaling 2 million pages were digitized and provided access to the research community through PubMed Central search interface. New Film Online. New Film Online was another major digitization project of GISC aimed to digitize video clippings which was produced during 20th and 21st century in UK. About 50,000 video clippings totaling 3,000 hours of various categories such as television news, cinema news, reels, and press agencies' news feeds. Significant historical events were digitized, including Crystal Palace fire, it was happened in 1936, to the first interview with Nelson Mandela, it was in 1961, from the Battle of Newport Bridge to the death of Diana, Princess of Wales, and etc. The new films video footage were available online to the higher education and further education community in UK for research and learning purpose freely till 31st July 2012 through GISC Media Hub, and now hosted by Edinburgh Data and Information Access and Access provide through subscription. The major partner of this project were British Universities Film and Video Council, Independent Television News, and Reuters. Digital Library of Core e-Resource on Ireland. A digital library of Core e-Resource on Ireland was a digitization project developed during 2007 to 2009, led by Queen's University of Belfast, and other partners were Lennon Hall Library, the Robinson Library, the Royal Irish Academy, Corpus of Electronic Text at University of College Cork, University of College Dublin, Arts and Humanity Data Services, JSTOR, and financially supported by GISC. The major objective of this project was to digitize the Irish core collection and provide access to the research community in British Isles. About 100 journals, 205 monographs, and 2,500 manuscript pages from the core Irish studies collection were digitized, provided access to all the users within British Isles through the Macaulay Library, the Queen's University, and outside the British Isles could access the resources through JSTOR. Oxford Digital Library. The Oxford Digital Library project is a core service of Bodleian Libraries at Oxford University. The main objective of this project is to digitize existing collection of Bodleian Library and provide access to digital resources to the academic community in UK, develop a set of standards for digital resources, and etc. The yearly English book online textbook creation partnership was executed in collaboration with Procost, the University of Michigan during 1999 to 2014, and digitized around 50,000 early English books. In 2004, about 335,000 out of copyright books were digitized through Google's library partnership project, and were made freely available to access UK and USA. In 2013, the Bodleian Library collaborated with Vatican Library to digitize collection of Hebrew manuscripts, Greek manuscript and Incubula holding available at both the libraries with the financial support of Polanski Foundation. The Cambridge Digital Library. The Cambridge Digital Library project was established as a pilot project during 2010 to 2014 at Cambridge University. The Cambridge Library holds archives of famous collections such as Faith Collection, Science Collection including Isaac Newton Research Archives, Charles Darwin, Lord Kelvin and etc. The major objective of this project are to develop technical infrastructure to digitize collections in the area of faith and science. The Cambridge University received funding support from various agencies such as JISC, National Maritime Museum, Arts and Humanities Research Council, Dr. Leonard Polanski Foundation, the Jewish Manuscript Preservation Society, the Friedberg Janicek Project Incorporation and etc. These projects archived huge amount of collection in the field of science, technology which was produced during 18th century. Student, in this module you have learned about digital library initiatives at UK such as early digital library projects, major role of JISC in the higher education and further education system of UK. The module also I elaborated on various initiatives taken by JISC to promote digital library activities in UK such as IE, eLeap, SCOL, etc. You also learned about major digital library projects and the outcome of their project and their achievement. The learn more section you may have more link about the project, various projects in UK and etc. Thank you.